Hello and good evening, my champions. I hope all of you are doing great. So, welcome to the part 2 of this session of the chapter Inverse Trigonometric Function. So, in the first part, we have covered the theory side, the formulas, identities, and also learned and solved questions on them, right? In today's class, we'll focus only on the questions, means whether it is second PUC. So, when I talk about second PUC, I'll talk about your MCQs, 2 marker, 3 marker. That's what the categories are in the chapter Inverse Trigonometric Function. And again, in KCET, we'll talk about back to MCQs, right? So before I begin, let's just check whether I am clearly audible or not. Okay, just guys, just confirm once. Yeah, just check if I am audible or not. I think all good, right? So yes, things look good, all clear, all visible. Great, great. So as I mentioned, this will be a very interesting session because your FAs are very close. So this will be a value addition and for your preparation of inverse trigonometric function. Okay. So as I said clearly, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna solve close to, I think close to 30 more questions, 30 odd questions, which will be from the exams for PYQs or the questions of the PYQ type from boards and CET together. Right now, before I begin, I would like to tell you that how many of you already started taking advantage of that free platform we have provided for all of you. Means this is the platform we have provided, right, guys? That is the AIO platform, means all-in-one platform. It is a free batch basically that we have given to all of you. What is that? I hope you know how to access it. So if you go in the description of this particular live itself, you'll find over here, join the free ACE KSAT batch. Okay, join the free ACE KSAT 2027. This course, if you click on this link, you'll reach somewhere over here. You'll reach somewhere over here. Okay, once you reach over here, you can see this web page will be visible to all of you, and of course you can check about this course, what we're going to do over here. So this is basically noiseless, means this is a platform provided for you where you can study properly. This is for serious learners, okay guys? And if you click on buy now, you'll get over here, this particular course is completely free. So now we are not charging even a single rupee for this. This is for serious learners who wants to or who are having difficulty to study on YouTube. This becomes much easier because if you go over here and if you enroll over here, again this is not chargeable, completely for free, and you'll find the schedule, the planners, you will be able to get questions also, doubt solving also. So all of this will be available for free. We have already given demo of that in my first class, right? So please go ahead, check it out and try this platform once. If you have any doubt regarding this platform, regarding this particular batch for you, then let us know in the comment section. I hope this is clear, right? So let's get back to our class now. This is all regarding your AIO batch, and this is the story that we want to tell to all of you guys, which can inspire you, okay, which can inspire you to believe in yourself. Whatever hardship you're facing today, yes, it is a difficult journey. I can completely understand that, but at the end of it, if you pursue it with your whole heart till the end, you will be coming out of this as a winner. Okay, and that's the story that I want to tell about all these champions. You can see phenomenal results. AIR 10 in NEET. So after the re-NEET happened, still he got such a good rank. Okay, so total if I have to talk about, this is our this is the rank that Vedantu produced this year. AIR 10, we have general rank 779, 563, 426, 114, 740, 839, right? So this is the rank was from category of NEET. If you move ahead, you have total in your JEE advanced also. We were not just behind in the we were only just ahead in the NEET. Also check it in JEE advanced. Best rank was AI 18. So now then we had 43, 95, 22, 121. So many results. Total of 27 ranks in top 1000 AIRs. Means IIT guaranteed, right? Yes, and not only just IIT, with very good stream. Let's look at preparation for JEE mains. Total 2,200 students qualified for JEE advanced, where the best rank was again 35 and 584. You can see over here, right? And if you move ahead with the preparation of schools, Vedantu excelled over there as well, with a total of 690 plus student scoring above 90% and 250 plus student scoring above 95%. Okay, we had 99.6 for Soumya Jha and Aryan Das at 99.4. Moving ahead. So don't forget about CBSE student. Okay, they also did very good. 110 plus student got 90% and above. Vedanta student got 90 plus percent and above in their boards examination, right? So this is the journey I wanted to tell to all of you. And of course, Ridesh, he has given us so much pride by getting gold medal this year, last year in the International Physics Olympiad, right? IPHO. This year it was conducted in the Columbia, and he got gold medal. So in this year, last year, and then silver he got in APH 25, and again AIR 18 in JE Advanced as well. So yes, if you are consistent, if you trust in the process, eventually things will start coming in your favor, come in your favor. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to go through it till the till the end. Okay, you cannot just give up just because things are getting harder. Hold your hands of your teacher, your educators, and they'll take you through. Trust in them, have faith in them, and they'll take you through. Okay. Again, this is the result from ISI, Indian Statistical Institute. Okay, so total 3 Vedanta student got in top 10 AIRs, and 20 plus student got in top 100 AIRs, all in ranks, right? And so this was what I wanted to tell you, the story that can inspire you. Who knows, next year we'll be calling out your names. Okay, how good. So any story can click, right? Any names can click, and it can help us, inspire us to become or achieve greatness in our life. Okay, so guys, today's class is very clear. So remember, I made a request last time. I hope you all remember that if you are in my class and if you're learning from me, I would love to have your participation. Okay. So last class, few of you participated as well, and he was able to answer all of them very correctly. So today also, I have set of questions. I would like all of you to participate and give me the answers. Great. So wherever MCQs are there, try to give answers. That'll be easier for you. For subjective questions, I can understand it'll be difficult to answer them. So for question number 1, tell me, this everybody should know. So guys, the domain in this chapter, inverse trigonometric function, the domain range wala part can guarantee you 2 marks, one in boards and one in sometimes in CT also. And sometimes I'll show you the CT questions. It was asked 6-7 years back. That time it was very directly from the domain and range of all the 6 ITFs. Let's check. This is what is answer. Cot inverse is there, sir. Graph, we remember. This is the graph of cot inverse, right? This is the graph of cot inverse. Clearly, what is my domain? My domain is all real number, and range is what? 0 to pi, and both are open because both sides going to infinity, negative and plus infinity. My answer is option B. Answer is option B, right? So this is what I would expect from all of you, because when you start interacting with me, that's the point of the live classes. When you answer my questions, I get to know you better. I can remember your names. I can understand what type of performance you're giving. Okay. So, and I can help you also improve, right? Okay, sir. Yeah. So next is question number 2. Try this one out, guys. Again, all these property have been taught. Whatever I'm going to solve questions on today, I can promise you every single concept I have discussed in the previous part, which is the ITF part 1 that came last Saturday. So my classes are Friday, Saturday, right? So when you go for the last class, which is Saturday's class, you'll find in the ITF part 1 live, I have discussed every single concepts that I'm going to solve questions over here. So if you have not watched it, if you're finding it difficult, do not worry. Over here also I'll explain, but you can go and watch that session again. Principal value branch of cosec inverse of minus root 2. How does it work? If you have cosec inverse, it is an odd function. It is a odd function. So the minus sign comes out cosec inverse of root 2. And this is going to be simply what? Minus cosec inverse of root 2 is how much? Yeah, pi by 4. So minus pi by 4, and that's my option A. So I don't have lot of MCQs in the board side, okay? Because some of the questions, so MCQ started very recently, right? In the boards as well. So like I think last, after the COVID, the MCQs became a major thing in the boards. Right now, so you have 20 marks weightage of the MCQs only. Right? So please try to participate over here, because the chances of making a mistake in MCQs is very high. So give me the answer. So let's try. How many of you can give me the answer for the third one? Come on. Third question. Student in the class. Third question. Please try to solve this. Same result. Tan inverse of 1. So go with the special angles and properties over here. Yes. Okay. So how would you go about this? How would you go about this? Tan inverse of 1. How much is that? So that is pi by 4. Cos inverse of minus this value. So cos inverse is now not a odd or even function. Okay. So we'll have the result over here as pi minus cos inverse of 1 by 2. Cos inverse of 1 by 2. And over here minus sine inverse of 1 by 2. Check this out. This is going to be pi by 4. You'll have a plus sign. Here you'll have a minus sign. So if you continue this, you'll have pi by 4 plus pi minus, this is going to be what? Pi by 3. And this is what? Minus pi by 6. Minus pi by 6. Fiscal angles we already know, right? This is nothing but, sir, if you understand or remember this is, sir, 90 degrees. Because minus 30 and minus 60. And this is what, sir? 90 into 2, basically 180. 2 into 90 minus 90 is how much? Simply 90. So 90 plus this value. So I can rewrite this as pi by 2. LCM will be what? 4. You have 2 pi and plus pi. Answer becomes, sorry, you'll have pi plus 2 pi, no? You'll have answer as pi plus 2 pi, and that is nothing but 3 pi by 4. That's option B. That's option B. Yes. Great. So I think third one, these are the very basic questions. So ITF problems in boards are not that difficult nature problems. Okay. But when you go ahead for the CET, then the difficulty level will of course increase. And I've taken both today. So I hope you can know that these are board style questions. First, I'm going to solve board style problems. Okay. What do you mean by that? Some of them will be directly PYQs, and some will be in the same pattern, PYQ pattern. I'll take both the categories, okay? Some PYQ and some same pattern problems of boards. For example, this one, sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. Check here, this will go with the same rule, odd function. This minus will come out, making this minus as plus. So we'll have here plus sine inverse of 1 by 2. And we have here pi by 3. There's a bracket. Outside we have, again, sine pi by 3 is this. And sine inverse of 1 by 2 is what? 30. So pi by 6. 60 plus 30. How much is that? 90. Sine pi by 2 is how much? That's 1, sir. That is 1, option D. If you want to solve it, if you want some time to solve the question, I can give you time. But for that, I need to know, you need time to solve the problem. Okay? This is your question number 4. Any problem, any doubt you have, anything you want me to repeat, I'm here to assist you in that. Okay? No worries. Moving on. The value of tan inverse 2 cos sine inverse of 1 by 2. So of course you have to start from here only. Sine inverse of 1 by 2 is how much? Pi by 6 into, we have outside, what is it? 2. Check this out. This will cancel. I get here pi by 3. I get here pi by 3. This is just the first bracket inside wala. Okay. So what do we have outside? 2 cos pi by 3. 2 cos pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 is how much? Again back to 1 by 2, sir. So 2 into 1 by 2. So cancels. So this stage also, for the second bracket, cos wala part, we have 1 now. This whole thing is 1 now. What is the next stage? The last one, which is tan inverse of 1. Tell me you know the answer. Of course, sir, pi by 4. Wasn't it very easy? Yes. And yes, this is a PYQ, by the way. This is a PYQ. Anybody has any doubt, wants me to repeat any question, please feel free. I'm here to help you only. Okay? So if you find anything that I'm doing faster, or I can repeat something, some property you're not able to understand, okay, I'm here. Yes. Now this is a like very favorite question of your boards. Very favorite. This type of questions in either in terms of cos or sine, different values keeps appearing, always appear. Okay, let's try. Let us try. So of course, sir, 3 pi by 5. So usually what happens now? I'll tell you. The mistake people make in hurry burry, sine inverse of sine 3 pi by 5. So let's write this as theta. Theta is what? Is theta, sir. Sine inverse of sine theta is theta. Is it true always, beta? It's not. Theta is only possible if this lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So this formula is incomplete without this principal value branch. Without this principal value branch is nothing but, if you remember my previous class, the restricted domain. So without the restricted domain, this formula has no meaning, right? So this theta in this case does not supports the domain side. Means I have to transform. If you check, 3 pi by 5 is outside the pi by 2. It's obtuse angle. So we can write, means we have to rewrite the angle. 3 pi by 5 we have to rewrite, sir. How can we rewrite it? How can we rewrite it? So if you try to write this angle as pi by 2 minus pi by 2. So we have not pi by 2, right? It'll be better with pi, I think, because we have outside also sine. Why not pi by 2? Because here we also have sine inverse and sine. So let's try with pi minus 2 pi by 5. I don't think anybody will have problem with what I wrote. What I'm doing over here, rewriting this angle in this form. How come, sir? I can do that. Pi is 5 pi by 5 and this is 2 pi by 5. Subtract it. 5 pi by 5 minus 2 pi by 5 is how much? 3 pi by 5. So I've done nothing wrong by rewriting the angle. Let's try again. So the whole thing, sine inverse of sine pi minus 2 pi by 5. Sine 180 minus theta. Second quadrant, sine theta. Sine theta. Okay, and what we have outside? Sine inverse. Sine inverse of sine theta is how much? Now this will become simply theta, excuse me, simply 2 pi by 5. 2 pi by 5. Does it make sense? If anybody has any doubt regarding this question, I'm welcome to answer it. You're all welcome to ask. I'll be happy to answer it. So this is clear, guys. Have a look. So the most important part over here is to understand that this is true only in the case of principal value branch, which is also called as domain restriction of sine function, to make it 1 1. But why to remember that? Simply remember principal value branch. Once you understand this, it means I have to transform it, and this is how we transform the angle. Once we have transformed the angle, okay, then we apply the rule. What rule is this? This is the quadrant rule, right? Which rule is this, sir? Sine of pi minus theta is sine theta. Is sine theta. Good morning. More like evening, right? But okay. If you meet somebody for the first time in a day, then yes, you can also say good morning. Okay. Hi, Anirudh. So please check. I hope you're able to understand the previously done 6 questions. If not, ask me the doubts. The value of cot inverse of 1 upon root of x square minus 1 will be what? So I have taught you this. Sir, you tell everything you taught, because this is a practice session. Concepts I already have covered, but I'll do it again. So there's some very, important substitutions. These are very, very important substitutions. What are those? What are those? Please remember this. This will help you not only in ITF, everywhere, whether it is boards, CET, any exam you're writing which has calculus in it, this will be helpful. First one, if you see 1 plus x square or 1 minus x square, sorry, my bad. If you see 1 plus x square, 1 plus x square or a square plus x square, you see this kind of form present in the question, you'll see that. Then please substitute over here x equals to tan theta, because 1 plus tan square is what? Sec square. You will have to use that. Over here x equals to a tan theta. Please remember guys, please remember, very very useful. Second one, if you have 1 minus x square or a square minus x square, in this case what you will have, please take x as either sine theta or cos theta depending upon the question. Okay, over here x as either a sine theta or a cos theta depending upon the question. Third one, which will be applicable in this case, if you find x square minus 1 or x square minus a square, take x as, acha, this is tan and cot, by the way, I forgot. This is tan or cot. I didn't write that, my bad. A. Even this you can take depending upon the type of question. X equals to, if you have this, you're going to take x as sec theta or cosec theta. Over here, what are you going to do? X as a sec theta or a cosec theta. Please remember this. They are not difficult to remember. They are not at all difficult to remember. Not difficult at all. Okay, looks a little bigger, right? So I'll do one thing. Let's make this small. Yeah. Okay. So remember this. Clear? Anybody has any doubt in substitutions? So I hope you can visualize the question now. You can visualize the question now. Yeah. This was not visible. Text should be visible, right? This is the cot theta. Okay. So now in this question we'll have x square minus 1. So I'll take x square minus 1, which is in the root, as, of course, you can see I can take cosec or sec, but outside we have what? Cot. So I need to produce tan over here in the denominator, right? Because if I take if I take cosec, I'll get cot over here in the denominator, right? So I have to take, of course, what over here? Check this out. Sec square theta minus 1, that becomes root of tan square theta, that becomes tan theta. What I've done, I've taken x as sec theta. It means theta value will be what? Secant inverse of x. Check, if I put this value over here, what I'm having? Cot inverse of 1 upon tan theta. 1 upon tan is what? Cot theta, and that gives me simply theta, and theta is nothing but secant inverse. So I hope everybody is clear with the substitutions and also how to solve this question. Sir, why didn't you just give me this answer? Why are you giving me this? Because I do not know which question will come from here. I do not know which question you want to leave in the exam by just not knowing the substitutions over here. I'm telling you, ITF, calculus means differentiation, integration, you'll find it at multiple places. This application, it will be available. And integration, first topic itself is what? Substitution method. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. Okay. So this also is a little bit not visible. Let me just make it better. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys, let's move on now. So question number 7 is done. Sorry, I took extra time of yours, but it had to be done. It had to be done. Anybody has any doubt? I hope not. Cos inverse of 4x cube minus 3x. This is 3 cos inverse of x. Clear, sir? This is a formula, but when x is what? Cos theta. X is cos theta. It means theta over here has to lie from where to where? 0 to pi. How come, sir? How come this is true, sir? Because if I'm taking this condition over here, this has to be the condition for theta, because theta has to be taken in that form only. That's the condition, right? But if you solve this over here, if you solve this particular statement, you'll get cos inverse of 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta, and this, then you get what? This value over here as cos inverse of, please see, this is very interesting. Usually you guys don't have this understanding. What is the answer over here? 3 theta. Correct. Superb. Excellent. If x is cos theta, sir, theta is cos inverse of x. So we have done the proof, sir. Yes. True. Cos inverse of cos theta is 3 theta. Theta is cos inverse. Correct. Sir, but it's given in the question also. What is not given in the question is, if you are applying this formula or this property, this is only true if this particular value is between 0 to pi. Sir, you said over here theta is 0 to pi. This is 3 theta is 0 to pi. Yes, they are two different equations. Sir, how different? This is coming from our assumption. This we have assumed x as cos theta to prove this. When you assume, you have to define the domain as well, right? For cos function, domain is 0 to pi. This is the result oriented domain, like result, basically the constraint on theta. This property is true only when this principal value branch is validated. So I have to take both together. Now if you take intersection of both of them, you'll find what? You'll find from there and there that if you substitute this, you have to divide theta on this side also and theta on this side as well. Excuse me, I can do much better. So to make it theta in terms of, to take the intersection, I have to do it like this and this here, right? Let's erase this for now. So you get over here, theta is left, 3 will go over here, 0 by 3 is 0, and this is what? Pi by 3. This is the equation number 2. Now if you take intersection of 1 and 2, you'll get what? You will say from equation 1 and equation 2, left hand side is what? 0 only. We'll keep here 0. What is the right hand side? This says till pi. This says till only pi by 3. You have to take intersection of both, right? So till pi by 3. Till pi by 3. Now this is the constraint on what? This is the constraint saying that theta, the angle is from where to where? 0 to pi by 3. Great. Are they asking that in the question? They're asking for x. How would you get x over here? From cos. I have to apply cos on theta. When I apply cos on theta, means everywhere, this will become cos 0, this will become cos theta, and this will become cos pi by 3. What I've done? Taking cos across the inequality. Okay, sir, good, great, superb. What now? Cos is what? Cos theta is a decreasing function. Cos theta is a decreasing function. So when theta was increasing from left to right and you took cos now, the inequality will reverse. For decreasing function, if you apply on any particular variable, the inequality reverses itself. Yes, sir. Great. So this is cos 0 means 1. Cos theta is how much? X that we assumed. And cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. It makes sense, sir. It makes sense. 1 by 2 to 1. If you reverse it, just to make it better, 1 by 2 is the smallest value over here, then comes x, then goes 1. So x actually lies from where to where? 1 by 2 to 1. If you would have gone with the same inequality, you will get what? 1 to 1 by 2. How is it possible? Can you have the domain as 1 to 1 by 2 or any interval as 1 to 1 by 2? No, that's why it is. Of course, it makes sense as well. So my answer is clearly B. Acha, anybody is thinking why not option C, sir? Why not option C? Because in cos theta, this is closed. right? Cos theta, this and this is closed. We have closed intervals over there. So I hope I have given you enough and clear understanding of how this kind of question works. And yes, this is a PYQ. This is a PYQ. So sometimes they ask this question in terms of this is coming as 3 cos inverse, no? Sometimes they ask the question of 2 cosine inverse or 2 cos inverse also. They write over here as cos inverse or sine inverse, sine inverse of 2x. So this question basically. Sometimes they ask this form, sine inverse of 2x root of 1 minus x square is equal to um, 2 cos inverse of x, or sometimes they'll write it as 2 sine inverse of x also. They can ask this question. This is the alternative. Okay. This kind of question also is there for the PYQ. Of what? Of the boards. And since in simpler chapter, board questions can be directly asked in CET also, the chances are there for you. So I hope so far nobody has any concern, any doubt. Okay. So this was the end of your one marker from board. Let's move on to the 2-3 markers. Write the following functions in the simplest form. How would you go? Did I teach you this? Did I teach you this? Yes, sir. If you have a square minus x square, I will use what? A sine theta or a cos theta. In this case, I want to have outside tan inverse. So make sense, sir. I have to keep a sine theta over here. When you do that, check this out. You'll get a square minus a square sine square theta. Why you are getting this? Because you have taken x as a sine theta. Continue. Tan inverse a sine theta. Take a square common. You have 1 minus sine square theta in the root. Simplify this. You'll have tan inverse outside. You'll have a sine theta. And this becomes a square will come out as simply a. 1 minus sine square is cos square. That becomes root will be taken over there. It becomes cos. Now a and a cancel. Sine by cos is tan. So you have tan inverse of tan theta. And that is nothing but theta. So if you check over here, x by a equal to sine theta. Theta equals to sine inverse of x by theta equals to sine inverse of x by a. And that's my answer. This is my answer. Clear? Okay, moving on. Find the values of each of the following, which is tan inverse of 2 cos sine inverse of 1 by 2. Again, this is a 2 marker. This is a 2 marker. So we have done this question right now. If you remember, this was PYQ of 1 marker also. Check this out. Means what I'm trying to say over here, some good questions of MCQs are usually asked in 2 markers also. It means this question can actually be asked in 2 markers as well. This over here, this can also be asked. Same question. Can you see that? What is the answer? Pi by 4. Tan inverse of 2 cos sine inverse of 1 by 2. Tan inverse of 2 cos sine inverse of 1 by 2. Check this out. This answer is what? We just solved it right now. Solved. And what is the answer coming as? This value is coming as pi by 4. I hope no doubts. I hope no doubts. Please check. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Now this is regarding our full year batch. Okay. So guys, if you are serious, if you are looking to study with us, then we have a online full year KCET batch going on for the year 2027 Pariksha Veera. In this you get complete access for Second, PUC syllabus coverage means for your boards also will prepare you. Alongside, you'll get the preparation of CET done as well. And in this, you get for each subject, physics, chemistry, maths, and biology, you get 110 hours of each as the live classes. You get all of these are live classes. And yes, the batch have already begun from 6th of July. Actually, the first class was on 6th of July. So if you're joining little late, if you're joining now, you'll get the previously conducted classes recorded. Okay. So whatever classes you have missed so far will be given to you recorded, and the ongoing classes will be live as scheduled. Okay, so I hope this is clear. And what is the other offerings of this particular batch? You have 20 plus tests, part and full length, and then you have okay, and you have the access of all of this till 2027. Okay, so the test will start very soon, because this is the very first 2 weeks we started this batch, so we are still teaching the first and second chapters. Okay, and what else you get? You get teachers note, assignments, unlimited dpp generator, and all of this available in the Vedantu app web platform. Okay, so the platform is there. You can download the Vedantu app from the Play Store and simply start accessing the course. Okay, again, you can access the course from the website also. So Vedantu website you can take, or app, to access the course. The fee for this particular batch is 3499 only. Okay, so if you are serious, if you are anyway concerned about your preparation and you want to have a structured plan, lot of things are there, lot of accessories, lot of accesses are there, then you should check it out. The link for this particular batch you'll find in the video's description. Okay, now, so for the question number 11, solve the equation tan inverse of 1 minus 1 minus x. This is also very good question, very simple as well. If somebody knows the formula, this is done very fast. How do you do it, sir? So tan inverse of a minus b formula will be applicable over here. Tan inverse of b, and as it is, check, move it over here. This becomes this plus this. So we'll have 3 by 2. How come, sir? This will become plus. So this is 1 over here. This is half. So 3 by 2 tan inverse of x pi by 4. This is multiplied, right? So you get pi 6 tan inverse of x. How come, sir? 2 and 4 is cancelled by 2 times. 3 will come from here. Multiplication comes in the division, means the denominator. So 3 and 2 becomes 6. And then for what value of x this is true? Of course, 1 by root 3. For x equals to 1 by root 3, tan inverse of x is how much? Pi by 6. It is pi by 6. Good. Okay, I'm very happy that many of you are consistent from the beginning of this class to already 11 problems are solved, and I hope you have learned something, right? Okay, means if you are here, if you're watching this particular session, if you're solving questions with me, certainly you'll make use of it. You'll make some improvement in the topic, in the preparation. Write the simplest form. This is a very unique problem, and I'll show you other form of this also. I have this, so please remember this question over here. I'll remember after a couple of problems, I'll show you this form can be asked in different ways as well. Okay, so outside we have, how do you approach this question? So outside we have tan inverse. I need to make tan over here, and how do you do that? By dividing it with cos. Everything. So cos by cos is 1, sin by cos is tan x, cos by cos is 1, and sin by cos is again tan x. So for a student who are writing this in boards, if this question comes in your midterms, comes in your unit tests or boards, then you have to write this dividing by cos x and write it cos by cos, sin by cos, cos by cos, sin by cos. You have to write this step. This will be your second step in that case. Please do not skip steps if you're a board or if you're writing for board's point of view. Okay. This is also a formula. What formula is this? If you remember, this formula is tan of pi by 4 minus x. How come, sir? Tan a minus b. What is the formula? Tan a minus tan b plus 1 divided by 1 plus tan a tan b. Okay. So tan of a will be pi by 4. So tan of pi by 4 is how much? 1. Tan x as it is, 1 as it is, and tan pi by 4 is again 1. So you don't write 1 into tan x. It's same as tan x only. This is the condition. Tan inverse of tan becomes simply pi by 4 minus x. Okay. This is the result. That's it. That's your answer. That is your answer. Yes. Okay. This one. This is also a very good question. This is a 3 marker, by the way. This is a 3 marker. Let's check. So this is relation of cos inverse over here. Okay. I need to prove from LHS to RHS or some in the other way around. Okay, sir. Let's see if this is a cos inverse of something, it'll give me an angle only, right? Let's call this to be angle A. And this will be also a angle B. Inverse trigonometric function output is always a angle. Okay, sir. So this means cos inverse of 4 by 5 is A, and that implies cos of A is 4 by 5. Cos of the angle A is 4 by 5, which means in this right angle triangle, if I take this as angle A, this is 4 and this is 5. And we know the Pythagoras theorem, this will become automatically 3. 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay? This becomes 3. In that case, what happens over here? Your sine A clearly becomes opposite by hypotenuse. So 3 by 5. Okay? This is for the first part, guys. End of it. Moving on. For the second one. What is that? Same way, cos B this time will be 12 by 13. I'm writing just from here. 12 by 13. Same thing, draw a right angle triangle. This is, let's say, angle B. Check here. Cos B means this is 12, this is 13. What is the Pythagorean triplet of 12 and 13? 5, 12 and 13. It is, again, 5, 12 and 13. So my value of sine B is same as 5 by 13. It is same as 5 by 13. Great. Once we have that, see. So I'll write this angle sum. A plus B. A plus B. And what is the inverse over here? I have cos inverse. So let's try to take cos over here. Take cos over here. Formula of cos of A plus B is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. That's the formula. Sum of angles. Okay, great. Continue, please. Cos of A is how much? 4 by 5. Cos of B is 12 by 13 minus sin of A is what? 3 by 5, and we have this as 5 by 13. Multiply, you get 12 fours are 48 by 65. 5 threes are 15 by 65. Difference of this is how much? 33. So I'm getting over here cos of A plus B is equals to 33 by 65. So if I take cos inverse on everywhere, entire thing, I'll get over here simply A plus B free over here, because cos inverse of cos is the angle itself, and this becomes cos inverse of 33 by 65. Check it carefully. This is what we're looking to prove. Sum of the angle A plus B, which is cos inverse of 4 by 5, cos inverse 12 by 13, is this value 33 by 65 in cos inverse. Have a look. This right here is a 3 marker question. This is a 3 marker question. Okay. All right, so 1 minus x, 1 plus x. This is also very interesting problem. So I would recommend you, since you are all a CET aspirant, I would recommend you to remember some forms. Few form was over here. This one. Whenever you have this form, remember this. I'm not asking you to remember the whole thing, just this part. Tan of pi by 4 minus x is equal to 1 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan x. If you have plus over here, this becomes plus and minus. If you have plus here, now this will become plus and this will become minus. And also remember, this is equals to what? Cos x minus sin x upon cos x plus sin x. This is the formula for tan of pi by 4 minus x. This you have to remember. Please remember this. If you remember this kind of results, no, it'll be helpful for you to solve the questions in CET a little faster. Gangu Santapur, please put this comment after the live is over, okay, in the chat. In the comment section. This is live chat, right? So after live is over, this will be gone. The video will be gone. I will not be able to find your comment. So please leave this after the end of live or in the comment section. I will show your query to Jasmine ma'am and she'll resolve it. Okay? Yes. Got it? Yeah. So let's see this question now. Same way, I want you to remember this result also. If you're able to find 1 plus x somewhere, 1 plus x or 1 minus x, do this. If you have 1 plus x, 1 minus, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? There are multiple things actually. One thing is this. Write it as cos square x by 2, cos square x by 2 plus sin square x by 2 minus 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. That's one way to solve this question. Okay? One way to solve this question. Right? Getting it? So if you do that, you're going to get this value as cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 the whole square. How did I get this? No problem. Check. One is this, right? This one is this part over here. This much. Cos square plus sin square is 1. And this x is nothing but, okay, not this is the other form actually. Okay, this is not that form. Excuse me, sir. This is not that form. If you have 1 plus sin x, then you can do this. This is what I was thinking it is actually. Yeah. Okay, Gangu. So Gangu Santpur, please try that and you'll I'll give you a message to Jasmine ma'am, okay? So you can put it in the live comment section. Okay, because he can reply over there directly, right? It'll be better. Now, getting back to this question. So if you have sin x, no, if you have 1 plus sin x here, then what I did you're gonna use. Okay, sorry, I didn't like have this in my mind. When you have that, you're gonna write sin x as 2 sin x by 2 and cos x by 2, and 1 as what? Sin square plus cos square x by 2. That is okay. But my point is, in this case we can't use. In this case we can't use that. So what will we use? Anybody has an idea what we're gonna use? Anyone? Anybody? No? This is simple. If you have 1 plus x, but also we have a root. We have a root as well. Means to solve this question, my first trouble is to remove the root. I have to remove the root. And how do we remove the root? By taking this value as simply 1 plus cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta. Okay, sir. What I'm going to get from here? I'll get this as 2 cos square theta. And this will become what? Root 2 cos theta. Root 2 cos theta. What happens if I take 1 minus x? Same thing will happen. 1 minus cos 2 theta. So I get here 2 sine square theta. And this becomes what? Root 2 sine theta. Root 2 sine theta. Now if you check the question, basically what they have given has a form. Outside we have tan inverse. Outside we have tan inverse. And 1 plus x is coming as root 2 cos theta. This is minus root 2 sine theta upon excuse me, same thing, root 2 cos theta plus root 2 sin theta. How many of you can visualize what I'm doing over here? I did a question like this right now. Take root 2 common. You'll have cos theta minus sin theta. Same over here. Root 2 common. Cos theta plus sin theta. I told you to remember this right now. This is cancelled. What I'm having over here? Tan inverse of this value. Cos minus sin, cos plus sin. Cos minus sin, cos plus sin. I told you remember this as tan of pi by 4 plus theta. So not plus, in this case minus. Minus theta. Now check this out. Apply this. You'll have the result as simply pi by 4 minus theta. What you've taken theta as? Theta has been taken as theta, I've taken cos 2 theta as x. So it becomes 2 theta is cos inverse of x. So theta is 1 by 2 cos inverse of x. 1 by 2 cos inverse of x. So substitute over here, you'll get pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 cos inverse of x. Clear? Yes, I will do that. Just I told you what, no, please remember, put this message in the comment section, okay, of this video. All right, so you can reply there for better. Okay, this is clear. Anybody has doubt in this part? This question can be trickier. So what I've done over here is this. I've used this rule. I told you, use this result you can use cos minus sine, and cos plus sine over here, it becomes pi by 4 minus x tan. And check, same thing was over here. So in this, we're able to find this as pi by 4 minus theta. Theta can be found from here. This is our substitution actually. So we get that theta as half cos inverse of x. That's my answer. Proven. Check this out. So I hope nobody has any doubt in this part. Okay. Great. 15th one. Solve the following equations. 2 tan inverse of cos x and tan inverse of 2 cosec x. How do you solve it? First one. Simple question. This is the formula for this. 2 tan inverse of is what? 2 tan inverse formula. Tan inverse of 2 times of x, in this case cos x, upon 1 minus x square. So 1 minus cos square of x. That's the formula. What formula is this? 2 tan inverse of x formula is this formula. 2 tan inverse of x formula is tan inverse of 2x upon 1 minus x square. So we have used that. X is cos x over here. This side is simply tan inverse of 2 cosec is there, means 2 by sin x. 2 by sin x. Check here. Here we have tan inverse. Here also we tan inverse. We can remove the effect by taking tan on both sides. Taking tan on both sides, we can remove the effect. What happens over here? We have 2 cos x. This is 1 minus cos square means sin square. This is what? 2 upon sin x. 2 and 2 is cancelled. Sin x is also cancelled. So I have 1 over here left. I'm getting cos x by sin x is 1, which is giving me tan x, or cot x is 1. So value, if you want, you can just use cot x over here. No problem. Cot of x is 1, which means x value is pi by 4. This is my answer. Please check. That's my answer. Okay, clear? This you guys solve. Tell me the value later. This will be your homework. This is your homework. This is the homework. Second part is your homework. Question number 15, part 2. Okay, now it's time to solve what? KCET PYQs. We already solved the PYQs of and questions of boards. It's time to solve the CET PYQs. Clear, guys? Okay. You have done this question, right? Cot inverse of 1 by x square minus 1. Acha, this is a board, so this is not a CT PYQ, by the way. This is not a CT, this is a board PYQ, board question only. This is a board question. Sorry. 2-3 more questions are there. I've kept it for you. 1 second. Here. This is also a board question only. This is second PUC. This is second PUC only. Okay, how do you solve it? Take x as sec theta. Already solved it. So this can come in 2 marker also and MCQs as well. The answer will come over here as sec inverse of x. Answer will come as, please solve it. You get answer as sec inverse of x. This is your answer. I have solved this question, okay? Now this is your start of KCET PYQs. Now from here onwards, just for your reference, KCET PYQs. Come on. The first question. The first problem. The range of sec inverse of x. Yes. Sometimes questions like this also comes. As I said, this is 2017. 8 years back. 8 years back. But yeah, questions like this are also there. What is the answer? Sec inverse of x. Sec inverse of x. What is the answer? This only except for pi by 2. Because at pi by 2 cos is 0. Sec will be undefined. And answer is option D. Direct question. Okay. This one. This is the property based question. 2 sin inverse of 3 by 4, cos inverse of 3 by 4. 2 sin inverse of 3 by 4 and cos inverse of 3 by 4. How do you solve it? So just break it out over here. So you'll write this as sin inverse of 3 by 4, and this you're going to separate from here. With this becomes pi by 2. What property is that? Sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is pi by 2, and outside we have cos of 90 plus, this is, let's say, theta. And what is the formula we're getting? Cos of 90 plus theta. How much is that? Minus sin theta. How comes, sir? Second quadrant, right? The quadrant rule. So minus sine of theta. What is that? Sine inverse of 3 by 4. This becomes how much? Minus 3 by 4. This becomes minus 3 by 4. Please check. That's my option A over here. Yes, any doubt? Any doubt in the previous questions? Go ahead and ask me. Third one. Okay. Again, this is a similar result problem. Whenever you see this kind of result, no, it's on the same principle. The complementary ratios that you had in trigonometric function, that pair becomes same in the ITF also, and the result is always pi by 2. Okay. Same thing is there. So you just simply separate this as 2 cot inverse plus cot inverse. So you get 2 tan inverse of x plus 2 cot inverse of x plus cot inverse of x, and this is less than b and more than a plus pi by 2. This will become what? This value becomes 2 times of pi by 2, because tan inverse plus cot inverse is pi by 2, but we have 2 times. 2 times of pi by 2. This is b. This is a plus pi by 2. 2 and 2 is cancelled. We have only pi left. Please check. This is only pi left. Okay. So 1 second. This becomes a plus pi by 2 is less than pi plus cot inverse of x is less than b. This is less than b. Less than b. Okay. Now, what next? What next? We'll do same just for the cot inverse, because let's write the range of cot inverse. The range of cot inverse is this, 0 to pi. The range of cot inverse is what? 0 to pi. But in this case, we don't have cot inverse. We have pi plus cot inverse to compare. It means I'll add pi everywhere. So 0 to plus, we're going to add pi everywhere. So we'll write add pi. So it'll become pi. This will become pi plus cot inverse of x. This will become 2 pi. Now if you compare b with this, you get b equal to 2 pi. And compare a plus pi by 2 to this, you get a plus pi by 2 is equals to pi, which gives me a value is pi by 2. A value is pi by 2, right? Right? Have a look. Simple comparison. This is the second inequalities. The first one. Compare to get the result. Okay? Good. Question number 4 now. The domain of function defined by cos inverse of x minus 1. So we have two functions over here. One is ITF, one is square root. Let's look at square root first. It'll be easier. X minus 1 should be always positive. It's inside the root means it has to be positive. Okay. So it means x has to be more than 1. Can it be more than 1 anywhere? Like 2, 3, 4, 5? No. If you take more than 2, this will become what? At 2 it becomes 1. After 2 it becomes more than 1. And we know cos inverse of this. Let's say y I take. This will lie from where to where? The range is, sorry, this value is minus 1 to 1. Sorry. Not this. Just y value is between minus 1 to 1. If you take about cos inverse of something, let's say y is given, then y is from minus 1 to 1. Okay. If you take value more than 1, good. But if you take 2 over here, it becomes 2 minus 1 is 1. Any value after that will be like this. If I take x as, let's say, 2.5. What is the value going to be? X minus 1 root will become root of 1.5, which is what? More than 1. Because root of 1 is 1. Root of 1.5 is more than 1. Simply, I can take x more than 1, but always less than or equal to 2. I cannot go after 2. So my answer is what? 1 to 2, both inclusive. Answer is 1 to 2, both inclusive. Any doubt in this part? Any doubt in this part? No, right? Great. Cos of cot inverse minus root 3 plus pi by 6. How to solve it? Simple. Solve this part first. Cot inverse, neither odd nor even. So we'll have pi minus cot inverse of root 3. That is how much? When tan is 1 by root 3, that is going to be pi by 6. Cot inverse of root 3 is pi by 6. Because cot pi by 6 is root 3. Correct, sir. And this is what? Plus pi by 6. Now what do we have outside? Simply cos. Check. These two are cancelled. And cos pi is how much? Minus 1. So as simple as that question also comes. So this is 5 years back, 6 years back. Okay. Come on. Move on. This problem. Tan inverse of 1 by root 3 sine of 5 pi by 2. So we'll simply write the respective values of special angles. So this is as it is 1 by root 3, let's say. Sine 5 pi by 2 is how much? 1. How come 1, sir? Check. This is 0. That's pi by 2. This is 3 pi by 2. This is again 4 pi by 2. And we get back over here at 5 pi by 2. Okay. Correct. That place sign is positive. So 1. Outside we have tan inverse. Check this out. Sine inverse of cos. Sine inverse of root 3 by 2 is pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 is how much? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 sine inverse. What is this value? Tan inverse of 1 by root 3. That is pi by 6. This is also coming as pi by 6. This is already pi by 6. Answer is pi square by 36. Answer is pi square by 36. Please check. Here. Right? Sorry. Here. Option B. Clear. Clear. Simple problem. Seventh one. Domain of cos inverse of gi of x. So if I write here just cos inverse of y, what it means? Y should be sir between minus 1 and 1. Y should be between minus 1 and 1. Okay. How many of you know this particular graph? What is y over here? Gi of x. This is greatest integer function of x. Okay. So if you know the graph of this function, it looks like this. Here closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, open. Here open, closed, open, close. It's also called as a step function, right? So this is minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is also 1, 2, 3, and so on. This is minus 1 and minus 2. Check carefully. You'll find I want to go from where to where? In this y, I want to go from minus 1 to 1. I want to go from minus 1 to 1. It means minus 1 is here, 1 is here. I want to go from here to here. This is minus 1 to 1. Right? Minus 1 to 1. Great, sir. For that, I can go as far as, check, here to here. Because this place, at this value, what is the value? At x equals to minus 1, the value is minus 1. Good. You keep going. But at 2, value becomes what? Value becomes equal to 2. Sorry. At 2, the value becomes, check here, the value is equal to 2. This is actually 2. This point is actually 2. So it means I can go from minus 1, but till what point? Till 2 but open. Because after 2 and 2, the value is coming back to this position. But I want to reach to only 1. 1 is there till the point 2. What is the meaning of that? It means if I take 1.9 also in this, what is the answer? 1. If I take 1.999 also in this, what is the answer? 1. But if I take 2 over here, answer becomes equal to 2. But in that, this value, GIF value, cannot go till 2. It has to limit. This is not possible. It has to limit from where? Minus 1 to 1. This has to be only 1. This has to be minus 1. So clearly, x value is what? Minus 1 to 2. So x value is minus 1 to 2. That is option D. Minus 1 is closed and 2 is open. That is option D. Check. Okay. Now this was the question that I was talking about, where I don't know that condition. 1 minus sin x and 1 plus sin x. That's the problem it forms. So how do you solve this? This is what you're going to do. Whenever you have 1 minus sin x, no, write it as cos square x by 2 plus sin square x by 2 minus 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. How? Check this out. This one represents this part from here to here, and this represents this part. Sine half angle formula we have used, and for that we have used the one as identity. 1 sin square plus cos square is 1. Continue. 1 minus sin x. This will become what? Check this out. It will become cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 the whole square. How come, sir? A square b square minus 2ab. That's why. But we have root also. It means 1 minus sin x in the root is nothing but, check here, cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. How come? root and square will cancel, right? This and this will cancel the effect. In the question, we don't have only this option. We have one more option, which is 1 plus sine x. So if you take 1 plus over here, if you take plus over here, this becomes plus. This will become plus. This will be plus. If you plus, this will be also plus. So you have to remember this. You need to remember this rule. 1 minus sine x and 1 plus sine x is cos x minus cos x, cos plus or minus sine, depending upon what is there in the question. So if you continue over here, you'll end up with, check. Yeah, you'll end up with, if you just write the bracket part inside part, you'll have over here cos x by 2 minus sine x by 2, because we have 1 minus sine over there, and plus cos x by 2 plus sine x by 2 divided by cos x by 2 minus sine x by 2. There's a minus sign over there. There's minus sign, so both term will become negative. So cos x by 2, and this will become minus sine x by 2. Minus sine x by 2. So we have here sine cancel. Sorry, sine cancel. And here we have cos cancel. Cos plus cos is 2 cos x by 2. This is minus 2 sine x by 2. 2 and 2 cancels. So I'm getting over here minus cot x by 2. Correct now? Cos by sine is cot. So minus cot x by 2. And outside we check over here, we have cot inverse. We have outside cot inverse. Do we know the formula of this? Yes, sir. Pi minus cot inverse of cot x by 2. How come? Cot inverse of minus some value is there, no? So pi minus will come. So we have pi minus, simply cot inverse of x by 2 is pi minus x by 2. Anybody has any doubt? Please go ahead and ask me. Question number 8. Anyone, any doubt? Okay. If you're watching this later, the video later also, as not live and recorded, you can put the question down in the comment section. Okay. Yes. Question number 9. Question number 9. Given x is between 0 to 1 by 2, for what condition? So what value of x will be true? So what is the value of this? Sorry, not what value of x. We have to find the value of this. You have to find the value of this. My bad. Okay. So we can see over here, we have x, this also sine inverse, and this is also sine inverse. So I need to get rid of x, right? If you're solving it, I need to remove the variable part. So take this value as sine theta equal to x. So sine inverse of x is theta. Okay. And if you check from here, 1 minus x square root is nothing but 1 minus sine square theta. Because if you taken x as sine theta, means 1 minus x square is 1 minus sine square. So I'm getting this value, clear, no problem, as cos theta. Because 1 minus sine square is cos square. Root will make it cos. This is good, sir. So just start from here. We have outside tan. We have over here sine inverse of x is what? Sine theta. And 1 by root 2 will become simply cos pi by 4, and plus 1 minus x square is nothing but cos theta. I just explained this over here. And 1 by root 2 will become over here sine pi by 4. This is minus theta. Please check. This value is minus theta. Correct now? This is sine inverse, means theta. Okay. Sine of theta plus cos pi by 4 is coming from here. Sine inverse of sine theta plus pi by 4 minus theta. Outside we have tan. You can see from here only, this will get cancel the effect. You'll have only theta plus pi by 4 left minus theta. And outside we have tan. Theta cancels. We have tan with pi by 4, with pi by 4. Answer is 1. Answer is 1. Option A. Answer is 1. Okay, done. Simple. Now, question number 10. The value of sine of 2 sine inverse of 0.8 is equal to what? Sine of 2 sine inverse of 0.8 is equal to what? Same condition. Take this as theta. So, sine theta is equals to 0.8. So, cos theta is equals to what? Root of 1 minus sine theta square. So, 1 minus 0.64. But we have 0.36. So, this is 0.6. Sin theta you have, cos theta you have. What is the formula they're asking for? Sine of 2. And this value taken as theta. That becomes 2 sine theta and cos theta. And the answer over here is, what is the answer? 2 sine theta you check, 0.8. Cos theta is how much? 0.6. So 0.8 into 0.6. So 8 6 are 48 into 2. 0.96. Answer is option D. Answer is option D. Okay. Answer is option D. Good. 11th one. Okay. This is a similar question we have solved in the board side also. This is a formula, right? Tan inverse of 1 minus. I just solved that right now. Half of. I just solved this question. Remember in the board. So some of the questions in boards and CET are similar in nature. Okay. This moves over here. This is pi by 4. Remember, I just solved this question. 3 by 2 tan inverse of x. 2 and this cancels. 3 comes over here. Answer will be simply what? Pi by 6 tan inverse of x. X value is b. X value is b. So this is a question which is common in PU and CET PYQs. This is a common question for second CET and second PUC PYQ. Right? This you cancel and you move the 3 over here. This becomes multiplication. So 2 into 3 is 6. Yeah. The value of sine inverse of 2 root 2 by 3. How do you go about this? Same thing, sir. Take it as theta. So, sir, sine theta is 2 root 2 by 3. Right angle triangle. This is theta. This is 2 root 2. This is 3. Check. 3 square is 9. Square of this is how much? 4 into 2. That's 8. Answer is coming as 1. So, write the value for this. Cos theta. You get 1 by 3. 1 by 3. So, what do we have over here? Simply, first term becomes cos inverse. So, if you check from here, you'll have theta equals to cos inverse of 1 by 3. So, cos inverse of 1 by 3 plus sine inverse of 1 by 3 is what the question is now. That is nothing but pi by 2. Anyone who's watching now has any doubt, you're welcome to ask. If you're watching it later, which is in the recorded form, put that doubt in the comment section. Question specific. Okay? Yes. Said this similar question was there in what do you call PU also, PYQ. Sine inverse of sine 3 pi by 5 was there. This will be your homework. So far in today's class, I've given you 2 homeworks. One was sine inverse of 1 by minus x equals to minus sine inverse of x equals to pi by 2. That question was there, no? I've given you homework over here. I can tell you just again one more time. Here I think, right? Where was it? Yeah, this is the homework. 15th part 2 I have given you, and then this current question, which is this one. 15th part 2 and question number 13 is the homework. Okay, please solve this. I've given you question homeworks in every class. I want to see your answers in those questions, answers in the comment section. Okay, otherwise I'll stop giving the questions, your choice. The better you are in responding to the problems that I'm giving you, I have higher chances of assessing you and helping you properly. Okay, great. 3 tan inverse of x and cot inverse of x is pi. Then what is the x value? Very simple problem, nothing complicated over here. We're gonna write this as 2 tan inverse of x. This will become what? Plus pi by 2 equals to pi, right? Because we have 3 tan inverse of x, I'll take 1 over here with cot inverse, that becomes pi by 2. Take it over here, it becomes 2 tan inverse of x equals to pi minus pi by 2. How much is that? Pi by 2. This is 2 tan inverse of x. Bring this 2 over here, it becomes tan inverse of x is pi by 4. So x is what? 1. Tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. That's 1. I hope no doubt. Okay, and this is our last question of the day. This is our last question of the day. Okay, if tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y is 4 pi by 5, what is the value of cot inverse of x plus y? Okay, sir, let's go. What they've given is not this. They've given us this value. Tan inverse of x, tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y is 4 pi by 5 is what we have. Have a look. Okay, this is nothing but pi by 2 minus cot inverse of x. Same way, this will be pi by 2 minus cot inverse of y, 4 pi by 5. Add the pi by 2 plus pi by 2, add these two, you get the value as pi, and if you take this two common, you'll get the value as minus is common, cot inverse of x plus cot inverse of y equals to 4 pi by 5 equals to 4 pi by 5. Bring this bracket over here, bacha, and this value over here, right? Correct? Yes. What happens if you do that? It'll become, sorry, pi by 2 plus pi by 2 will become 2 times of pi by 2. No, my bad. This is pi by 2 plus pi by 2. That will be simply 2 pi. Basically pi. Pi minus 4 pi by 5 is equals to cot inverse of x plus cot inverse of y. So you get this value as pi by 5. The answer. Option is A. That's your option. Okay. And this is the end of this class. For more information regarding the notes, regarding any update of the classes, schedule, simply join the WhatsApp channel that is there in the, check the link provided in the description of this particular session. You'll find the WhatsApp channel's link. Join that to all the notes and updates regarding for the class. Okay, and I hope you are using the platform I've been asking you for the last few classes. We have got it ready for all of you so that you can study properly, okay, without any disturbance on YouTube. So again, it's for completely free. You'll find the link for that as the free course A series. Okay, for so please check it out. I've given you already how to access and all the information. Check it out, start learning from there. You will of course feel advantage. Just make a proper schedule and start learning. Okay, and of course we have more support coming your way for your FA1, so stay tuned to the channel to know more about it. But we'll support you in the preparation of FA1 also. Okay, so that's all in this particular class. For more information, join the WhatsApp channel, and if you're new and watching me for the first time, subscribe to our channel Diksha Karnataka. And that's all in this session. I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.